Hi, I'm back. This is day 2, now actually day 3 of the starter. So I did put got a little savvy, a paper towel with some tape on it to see where we actually are supposed to watch the starter, and it has doubled. So today on day 3, you take half of the starter out and discard it. So you just eyeball it. I'm not gonna be grossed out by this. So the best way you can take out half of the starter. I'm taking that off the edges because it's not, you don't want, you want to make it as clean as possible. So half the starter, and then, it's got a pretty smell. I'm gonna move that out the way. And then you feed it. And we're feeding it, the first day was wheat, the second day was wheat, and now we feed it with all-purpose flour. Some people use bread flour. I was being cheap because bread flour at the store I was at was $18. We're gonna use this all-purpose flour here. It works. It just takes a little more time. So you're gonna do a half a cup of all-purpose flour, and then we're gonna do a quarter of a cup of water. Interesting math fact, look it up. They actually say 60 grams for each, but water weighs more than flour, so that's why it's 2 different things. And I'm using distilled water, and I actually have a water filter system that is actually it's alkaline, but I'm not going to use that. And we just mix it up. I started with this size because I saw all the foaming, and I don't have time to clean this stuff up. That's my thought process. So I started out larger, which could be a problem only because then I'm having to dig further in here to mix stuff up. But it's working either way. So it's crazy because you look at people's pictures and none of the pictures show like this dough. So it looked like everything's always liquid, so it's obviously it's after the starter has sat for a day and it has grown, or I don't even know the technical word for it, but it's actually doing its due. I'll know the word probably the next time I get on here, but it's taking its case of this breeding. It's turning into that, it's creating its own yeast. That's sourdough, that's why it's called sourdough. Interesting, I'd love to, not really, but I really would like to know who created this sourdough, because this is yeast free. And for those of us who have a sensitivity to yeast, which is me, it bloats up my face. The fastest way to lose weight is get that in your face. Let me just say that is stop eating a lot of yeast, and that's what I did. So imagine if it's bloating up your face, it's probably bloating your body as well. So we got this in here, stirred up, ready to go, and now we're just gonna let it do what it's gonna do for another 24 hours.